Four crew members have been rescued from an overturned cargo ship in St. Simons, Georgia. They were trapped in the engineering control room and escaped through a 2-foot by 3-foot hole opened up by the rescuers. Now that everyone is safe, the Coast Guard says the next step is to remove the vessel from the site. Hi again and good morning, everyone. Thanks for waking up with the Valley today. We're just getting started with your nonstop news and weather to the top of the hour to help you plan your day. Special assessments are a major complaint of a lot of homeowners, and now Fargo City Commissioner Tony Gehrig is likening the city's current system for handling specials to money laundering. And that set off a sometimes heated debate at City Hall last night. By the narrowest of margins, commissioners ended up voting to move forward with a change in the way it charges special assessments. And it will be up to voters to determine if it's enough. On a 3-2 vote, the City Commission will lower the interest rate it charges from 1% to 0.75%.
The people of Fargo were very clear in asking us to dramatically reduce special assessments or to rid them of special assessments. These suggestions do neither of those things. We cannot sit here and say that a reduction of 0.25% on existing infrastructure's interest payments is a big move to help residents.
Special assessments, you can change the name of it. It's a bill. We have to pay the bill. So what we debate about all this and use money laundering, that's embarrassing.
Specials are charged for roads, sidewalks, bike paths, and other infrastructure in a neighborhood. Last night's move followed a year's worth of research by a task force, which was formed after people complained to the city about the current system. Let's get a check now of our Tuesday morning forecast with meteorologist Lisa Green.
Good morning. Unfortunately, we have more gray happening here this morning, but the good news is the rain, that heavy rain that we were dealing with is done. We got more than 2 inches of rain in parts of Lakes Country. Fargo had about 1.5 inches of rain in areas on average, and now we're quieting things down. It's a little brighter out there too, but you can see the cloud cover taking over or staying in place, at least for this morning. And there are places that are still struggling with the moisture that we've had recently. We've got some fog, we've got some drizzle and some mist out there. Thief River Falls visibility is less than 1 mile, and over in Foster we're at less than 2 miles for you. And then there've just been some pockets here and there in the valley where visibility has been lower at times. It gets better, and then other places are struggling with the fog and drizzle too. So not the ideal day today. Headlights on kind of morning here throughout the valley. And checking out your radar and satellite map, you can see that we don't have much to show you in the Red River Valley. We know there's drizzle out there. It's hard to detect on the radar, and those low-level clouds are hard to see on the infrared satellite channel too. But you can see up north, that's where the main band of rain has moved to, and so we're generally quieting things down. Our temperatures in the 40s, or rather 50s and 60s. We're at 58 degrees in Fargo, 53 in Grand Forks, some 60s to the south and east. And to look at your hour-by-hour planner, those low clouds hanging around through the morning. So basically the same situation for everybody here as we're starting off the day. But heading into the afternoon, watch as this cloud deck just kind of lifts northward a little bit, and that gives us an opportunity to get some sunshine in the south, especially the farther south you happen to be. So we're looking at some 60s to some low 70s as a result for your highs. Northern Valley, it does appear you'll stay stuck under the clouds through the day. So we're looking at some 50s, upper 50s to some low to mid 60s for highs for you, and can't rule out a sprinkle or two under any of these clouds that we're dealing with here today. Heading into tonight, more clouds move in and more rain approaches the Southern Valley for overnight. So this is a one-day break. This rest of this week, you can see we've got rain and thunderstorm chances continuing again tomorrow and especially into Thursday with wind and breezy conditions, and we'll also be dealing with temperatures back down into the 60s through the valley. But the weekend, holding out hope for some milder weather, just a slight chance for rain Saturday night and into early Sunday. And now for a look at traffic, here's Valley Today's Abby Furchner with today's traffic on the move.
Good morning, Lisa, and good morning, everybody. Like Lisa just said, a gray and cloudy commute to work today or to school or wherever you plan on going today. So you're going to want to make sure that you have your favorite coffee drink or your favorite drink this morning, as that might help spice up this Tuesday, as it is a gloomy start to our day. But traffic-wise, traffic is definitely picking up, but it is flowing pretty steady. We're staying in that 55, 57 miles per hour range, but it's definitely definitely getting a little bit more bumper to bumper as we are on I-29 North headed to Grand Forks, that area. So you're going to want to take your time today. Of course, drive safe. Make sure you're giving yourself plenty of room in front and behind the person you're driving by. But what day is it today? It is Taco Tuesday at Taco John's, so Olay the day.
A West Fargo mom says things need to change before a child gets seriously hurt. She's on social media asking parents to teach their kids proper bus stop etiquette. Misty Gendron has a kindergartner, and since the school year started, she has fallen into the routine of walking her daughter to the bus stop every morning. But during that walk, she has noticed something that has her really worried.
The kids have been waiting out in the street, approaching the bus before it comes to a complete stop. Today they crossed the street, there was a car coming. I did try educating them while I was waiting there, but I am not their mom. They're not going to listen to me.
Mike Steffen with the Transportation Department at Moorhead Public Schools tells us the rules for riding the bus are the same as waiting at the bus stop. That includes no horseplay, staying off the streets and out of the way of any vehicle, not just the school bus. Thief River Falls police are asking for your help finding a missing 15-year-old. Officers are looking for Chloe Richards. Her picture's up on your TV right now. Take a look and call your local police if you have any information about where she is. Authorities say a preliminary investigation has found no signs of accelerants at a fire that destroyed an historic synagogue in northern Minnesota early yesterday morning. But the Duluth fire chief says further investigation will have to be done once the building is stabilized. 2 investigators have been assigned from the U.S. Bureau of Alcohol, Tobacco, Firearms, and Explosives, which is standard when a fire breaks out in a place of worship. Authorities say 8 of 14 Torah scrolls stored in the synagogue were saved. A 21-year-old man is facing charges of criminal trespassing for allegedly getting into some West Fargo homes uninvited. Police say Jacob King was banging on doors along 10th Avenue East just before midnight on Saturday and actually got inside 2 of the homes before being chased out by homeowners. Police say King blew a .198 on a breathalyzer test and admitted to smoking weed earlier in the day. Local police are warning people about the house numbers on their homes. They say if you can't see the numbers from the road, neither can they. Police, fire, and EMS services say they're having a hard time finding where they need to be because of addresses that are hidden from plain view. A perfect example, Sunday night. Police got reports of gunshots in a Moorhead neighborhood, but not everyone had an easy time finding it. They say dark numbers on a dark-colored house does not work too well. So the bigger, the brighter, the better.
That could be detrimental to you if you're looking for first aid or first responder help right away, or making sure that there's a light above your number, or even changing out the number's color.
Police are also saying to be careful about growing trees and shrubs around your house. They can also block visibility. There used to be a big space crunch at a lot of college dorms, but things are changing so much that UND in Grand Forks has actually put some of its residence halls out of service. 5 dorms are not being used this school year. One was chosen because of nearby construction noise, while the other closures have to do with a drop in on-campus enrollments. UND says the number of first-year freshmen who are required to live on campus is down this year. Closing off those buildings will help the campus save money on utilities. Today marks a serious day of awareness. It's World Suicide Prevention Day. Suicide is currently the 10th leading cause of death in the U.S. Experts say you can help prevent suicide by reducing access to firearms and medications and taking action if a loved one needs help. A traditional part of this annual observance is to light a candle near a window at 8 p.m. In our consumer alert this morning, Equifax is making it harder for you to get that $125 payout after its 2017 data breach. They are now requiring an extra step to get the cash. People seeking compensation must verify their claim by providing the name of the credit monitoring service that they had in place when they filed it. And the service must remain in place for at least 6 months after filing. This new step has to be completed by October 15th. Otherwise, the claim for compensation will be denied. Alternatively, you can also amend your claim by signing up for the free credit monitoring service provided by Equifax which means kissing that cash settlement goodbye. Let's get our answer now to our question of the morning on Facebook. 21% of us have done this embarrassing thing on a first date. What is it? The answer is forget their date's name. Oops. Remember, you can play along every weekday morning by heading to our Valley News Live Facebook page. One more check of our Tuesday forecast.
Well, it's looking better as far as the rain is concerned. We're quieting things down, starting to dry out a little bit, but there's still a lot of moisture left in the atmosphere. So we've been dealing with off and on dense fog. Right now, visibility in Thief River Falls is at a quarter mile, so it's really dropped there. Other places with some lowering, so be careful this morning. I'm hoping the south will see a little sunshine this afternoon.
The Today Show and CBS This Morning are just about to start, but remember, the Valley Today rolls on. You can join us right now for more live, up-to-the-minute news and weather on the Fargo CW.